Hello friends, it's your buddy Oscar on this bright sunny day, just out here having a nice time, warm weather, bright sun, just thinking of having a quick chat about something that came to my mind this morning. Hope you all are having a nice day, a nice time wherever you are. I woke up this morning with something very heavy in my mind. I was just thinking, what does it really take to succeed? I know that's similar to what a lot of us think. We think about such things all the time. We think about such at different times. But I was really thinking, what does it really take to succeed? Why do some succeed and some others don't succeed? And what came to my mind, or the analogy or the analysis that came to my mind, was a consideration of the group of persons that have what I would describe as one of the toughest jobs on the earth. Because I liken business or life endeavors to something like that. And what came to my mind was a thought of the military. Yeah, one would imagine what you got to do with success and thinking about the military. Yeah, the military is one group of people that are faced with a very unique kind of assignment, just like it also is when you are going into any business, any endeavor, any project. It's also something unique. The military have this very unique assignment and unique job to do. That one, they first of all have the assignment, which are likened to a goal. The assignment will be to go to a particular location, to take over a location. To go to a particular location, either to take over that territory or to extract someone from that territory. And in most times, they are not familiar with that terrain. So also I liken it to a goal that someone wants to go into. I liken it to like if someone wants to go into a goal. One has a goal in mind. It's equivalent to something that is a place. A goal is like a place in the future that you have never been before. That's how I liken it to be, like the military. So if you liken like the military going to take over an endeavor and you liken it to a goal, so also it is for when you have a goal in your mind, something to do. So also on the other hand, the military, they have this endeavor to carry out. They are either going to take over a territory or they are going to extract somebody from somewhere. Then, looking at it from the military perspective, why is the military usually so successful in what they do? Because in military, you can't go and just come back. No, you have to go and execute the assignment. Because you are answerable to your supervisors, you are answerable to your generals who are waiting for this assignment. Now, what makes the military so successful? I was likening that to a business. First, they have a goal, which is a territory to take over or an extraction to take. What do? The first thing the military does after they have a goal or they have that assignment, the next thing they do, they go into the gathering of information. They go into gathering of information. They gather as much information as they can. From everywhere, from anywhere, from whoever, from wherever they can, they go into gathering of information. Massive gathering of information. Exhaustive gathering of information. And then when you also look at it from the side of either carrying out a business or carrying out a project, after you have your goal, you should now go into the next thing should be the gathering of information, which I liken to preparation. Preparation can come in different forms. Preparation can mean like that you are going to learn what it takes in that area. Let's assume someone who wants to go into any field of engineering, who is going into a project in the field of engineering or is going into any kind of business. You start the next thing after you have had the goal of the kind of business you want to go into. The number two thing you do is preparation, gathering of information. You go to gather information in that area. check what skills do I need to succeed in this endeavor that I want to embark on. What resources do I need? And then you think of what tools do I need? These tools can be depending on what the project you are going into is. Maybe you have to learn, if you are going into marketing, you have to learn how to communicate more. You have to learn how to build relationships more. You have to learn how to speak more to people, to develop all those unique skills, the tools, the resources. All those I classify under preparation, which is the same thing the military does by going into high-level acquisition of information and then high-level preparation, subjecting themselves to tough conditions, tough weathers, tough, all manner of toughness, even toughness to subjecting their putting their personal safety at risk. Why? Because they are preparing themselves, because they are having in mind now, if we go to carry out this project, we never know, we might end up getting caught, we might end up getting held, we might be punished, tortured in order to get information. But they prepare themselves for this. They prepare themselves for even what they will face, that as much as they can imagine, even far beyond that. So also, if you have a goal and you are embarking on that goal, the next thing now is for you to prepare. And part of your preparation now will be the acquisition of skills, learning the right skills to carry out that project, getting the right information, whether it's in the form of education, whether it's in the form of training, learning the trade or what, then acquisition of tools, whatever that means to you. It's different depending on what you want to go into. It's different. If your goal is to become a doctor, if your goal is to treat people, then you know the first thing you need to do is, if you're starting from the very basic, learn the right subjects from your high school. And then after that, you go into your university, do the actual course where you gain the resources, where you gain the education, where you gain the right skills. And then there's housemanship afterwards. All these fall and come under preparation. And then after you have done that, it goes to acquisition of tools. You need your stethoscope. You need all the other things they need. Things, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know all the tools. I don't know them by name. But definitely now you acquire the tools one after the other. All those fall under preparation. If you are in marketing, you learn the tools of the trade. You learn the jargons of the trade. You learn the weddings of the trade. You learn what you need to learn that will make you successful in that particular field. Everybody's field is unique to them. And then you have to make sure at this time that your learning, your training, your information that you are gathering is specific to you, for that purpose, for that goal that you want to achieve, for whatever you want to carry on, that is specific to you. Then after preparing, you plan. Planning. You plan how. You plan the how, you plan the where, and you plan the when. And even the what. The what was initial, the goal. You already have your what. Then you plan the how, the where, and the when. Planning. You make exhaustive planning, strategic planning. You make your plans and then you strategize. Because when you're planning, different plans will come to your mind. How to execute will come to your mind. Different plans will come to your mind. You plan A, plan B, and plan A. If this works, I'll follow this way. Then this does not work, you have a plan B. Some would even have a plan A, plan B, plan C. That's something the military is very unique about. The military will have a first plan, a second plan, a third plan, even a fourth or even a fifth plan. And they will set battalions. That's why they have battalions. This battalion is the one that is carrying out this assignment. The ones that will burst into the place first. The one that will open the other place. The ones that will come in from on top, the one that will come in from middle, come in from underground, from the sea, whatever. You will have diverse plans. Then directly following planning is the strategy. The strategy. You have a strategy. Your strategy follows your plan. Your strategy goes with your plan. You must have a good strategy, because now you have gotten a lot of plans. That you must strategize. You must strategize. Then after your strategy, the next thing you do, boom, it's time to execute. Planning does not bring result. Strategy does not bring result. Results will not come when you leave everything on the table. The next thing you have to do is to execute. Get out there, get on the field, begin to carry it on. Because no matter how beautiful the goal is on paper, on board, no matter how beautiful or how much effort you have put into preparation, and no matter how much planning and strategy you have done, until you execute, you will not see result. So friends, it's time to execute on that goal that you have acquired information about, that you have prepared for, that you have planned and strategized for. Now it's time to get out there and go execute, because your result will only come from when you execute. All right, friends, it's time to execute. So from the goals that we have written for the month of May, let's get up, do what it takes, acquire the right information, let's prepare exhaustively, let's plan, let's strategize, and let's have a plan A, plan B, diverse strategies, and then let's go out there and execute. That is where our result lies. I'm waiting to hear your result. Let's see how it goes. Waiting to hear your results. You have a wonderful day. And this month of May is going to end for us a beautiful, resultful one indeed. Cheers.